As long as I can remember, I have always loved beautiful homes. And while I was with HGTV, I had the opportunity of visiting some of the most beautiful chateaus and villas in the world. It gave me great pride to go through these houses and absorb all the details of every fabric, every boiserie, every piece of furniture. In this first room that I designed, taking from the portrait of Marie Antoinette, I wanted this room to have a soft pastel feeling. Beginning with the Sloane chair on the left, I used a stripe called Azur Mist. I always believe classic stripes are great in a French-style room. This fabric almost has a raw linen effect. The fabric on the sofa is a pattern called Huntsman in the color Salt. It has a wonderful hand, and it's woven with a chenille yarn. I'm also a big fan of mixing contemporary or unusual patterns with a very traditional frame. Here our Germain chair is covered in chipper mist. This juxtaposition of the old and the new gives this room a fanciful touch. The tea table by Gat Creek is finished in nest egg blue, and I love the way it coordinates with the rest of the fabrics in the room. In any proper French room, there has to be a space for the woman. And here we have a lovely dressing table following the same color of nest egg blue. I also like the mirror, which is from Dana Gibson. This room has an elegance and comfort for any mademoiselle or madame. Needless to say, our rooms are pet-friendly and family-friendly. My travels through Japan have always given me great inspiration. And this year I've designed a bedroom featuring our pattern Kinza in the color Ren. Now Kinza is inspired by a kimono that I found in Kyoto, and I like it in this soft beige coloration. So the bed drapery are this luscious fabric, which is a sort of subtle herringbone, if you will. It's also mixed with Visions, which covers the bed and coverlet. To accent this room, I have two beautiful Japanese prints on either side of the bed. For an accent color, I've chosen green, and this is Canvas Macao and Canvas Parrot, which are pillows on the bed. This room is serene, as I like to design most bedrooms, in the various shades of beige. Also, while traveling through Japan, I became a big fan of indigo. Now, indigo dyeing is one of the oldest forms of dyeing in the world, and it goes back to ancient times, almost 4,000 years ago. And in this room, I've used the dark coloration of indigo mixed with a bright white. Starting with the chair here, we have Kinza again, but in the color indigo. Another pattern which I really like is wire, and you'll see it on this little round ottoman. Meridian Indigo is on the modular sofa, and it provides a great background for a mix of indigo and white pillows. I've always been a big fan of contemporary or transitional rooms. Here, inspired once again by Japanese design, I've created a sleek environment. The sofa is called the Maison, and it's a little wider and a little deeper than most of my modular sofas. It invites you to sit back and relax. It's covered in a pattern called Track Salt, but I'd really like to call your attention to the foreground. On the ottoman is a pattern called Azur Slate, and this demonstrates the superb tailoring of Miles Talbott. Notice the way it is beautifully mitered, and you cannot even see a seam. As a kid, I used to travel throughout the United States with my parents, who loved American architecture. I'll never forget a visit to Mount Vernon. What a beautiful, beautiful American house. So in this room, I've dedicated it to George Washington and Martha and their family. It's the kind of room you can sit back, enjoy, and relax. That means feet up and pets welcome. On the sofa, which is our salon sofa, I've covered it with a pattern called Tailored in the color Smoke. On the Bergen chair, I've covered it with a pattern called Signature. Signature was introduced for our 10th anniversary, and it is literally my signature. But you cannot tell because it's what we call a chop pattern, so no two pieces are ever alike. It gives the room a feeling of elegance, American elegance. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our quick tour of the world and the rooms I've designed. I'm a firm believer that travel opens our eyes. Travel is a great inspiration to give us a new viewpoint on the world of design. For more information and to view all my products, check out my website, joeruggiero.com.